Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steve Evie here, coming at you with another deck profile. This one is of, as you can see in his shining little silhouette, frogs. Well, that's rodent toad, but I mean, it's basically toad deck because of the two toads that actually really matter. But it's Paleo, and I may or may not be taking this to regionals with me on Sunday. There's a St. Louis one coming up. One of my friends is probably going to be driving. So, without further ado, let's get into the deck. This deck is probably going to get looked at as, probably not the best idea, seeing as the count of it. But as we go along, you'll see why. So we have our two rodent totem, got three dupe frogs. We got three swaps. This is all standard stuff. Three of the demise. This is where we get into the fun stuff, which is where you're going to question a lot of this. Three duality. Now, or not duality, I'm sorry. Desires, which actually probably people would say duality would be better in this situation. Three desires, and you'll see why. Three of our reckless greeds. We have three lost ones. Here's where it starts to get a little bit crazy. We have Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, and Triple Strike. Now, a lot of people are going to look at this and say, why? That's not a good decision to make. But when you can Solemn a monster summon on their turn, and it's their turn, and you can make plays to push past this. Plus, if you could sit on Mega Solemns, all these Solemns. Honestly, to me, this is almost like a Glad format where you can run these many Solemns and just shut down your opponent. But it makes you think more. So we've got all these Solemns, and there's actually the reason why. The reason I'll explain at the end. One Imperial Order, two Heavy Storm Dusters to knock off your opponent's spell and traps and good stuff like that. Two Wabakus to revive your Paleos. Two Stormings to bounce back your opponent's board. I did that against a guy playing a mirror match yesterday, but I didn't really do too well. Two Torrential Tribute. Knocking off that board is just too good at times. As for your floodgates, you run two of Anti-Spell Fragrance. Good against certain matchups. Two Rivalries. I don't know where the third one is, honestly, so I'm running two. And we have three of Gozen, as well as three Mistakes. When you shut off a search on Sky Strikers or whatever the case, whatever deck searches basically shuts them down. That's the end of the floodgates. Now we get into the Paleo monsters. We have three Paleozoic Dynamiscus, one Paleozoic Aldonia, one Hallucinogenia, one Picaya, two Lyncholia. We have three of Arcanadia, two of Morella, and then we have three of Opabenia. Or not Opabenia, that's the Exceed. Three of Oleanods. So, we're running, I think it's like at least a good number. It's about, I think, 10, maybe 12, 14, I don't know. But there's a lot of Paleos because this deck's count. Weird as, it looks, it is a 50-card Paleo deck. Now, the reasoning behind this is, before we get into the extra deck, is I look at this card right here and I say to myself, you're going to banish the top 10 cards of your deck at the end of the day, but there's going to be ratios that are going to be more important than that, which are, even if you lose a decent amount of frog-related stuff, you still have your Paleos. Your Paleos are your go-to button to try and get your plays going, get your frog engine set up, get your whatever, this, that, you can also get your Exceed plays going. Plus, in this deck, we run a total of, I think it's, how many draw cards? It's a really crazy number of draw cards, actually. We have the three pots, the three card demise, and I believe it's three of reckless. So you actually see a lot of draw, and that means that the deck does help speed it up quite a bit with a 50-card deck. But you also have Paleos, which also tentatively go through the deck quicker. So I'm going to be testing that, but more or less, this is what I currently have today. This is the extra deck. It's probably going to change over the course of the next week because the Megatons are coming out. We have, actually, where are you? I know you're in here. Where are you? We'll find them eventually, but I believe there's 3 Mistar Boys, 1 Saryuja, Summon Sorceress, Nightmare Mermaid in case you face that Goki match that ends up putting an Ably on your board, 1 Paleozoic Amalakaris, 1 F-Zero, 1 Planet Knights of Cursed Javelin, 1 Cat Shark, there's our other 2 Mistar Boys, 3 Toads, you know, Toad, he's just retarded, and 2 of Opabinia, which is a really good card for this deck. It's another reason why I actually opted the deck count to be to 50s, because you can actually search for most of your Paleo cards, and that could give you advantage just let alone on that card. So I'll let you know how the testing goes on that, guys. But in the meantime, this is what the deck looks like. It's, like I said, it's really thick. But I looked at all the other decks online, and I'm just saying to myself, I didn't really like not having as many options as you possibly can, running different variants of different cards. So I'm opting to go see how this variant runs. Anybody who did watch this video, thank you again. As usual, just like, comment, subscribe. It would be a great appreciation to any of you guys who watch this videos or have been watching my videos. Friday, potentially, I'll more than likely be doing a tin opening for this new tin, even though it's crap. We're really hoping for needle fiber, but you know, whatever happens, happens. And I'll also be doing an update as to what I excuse me, what exactly I'm going to just an update on Sunday, because I'm kind of up in the air as was Sunday as far as that goes. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. See ya.